This is a historic opportunity for communities all over the country to have a voice over their airwaves. The airwaves are supposed to belong to the public, and now this is a chance for groups to actually own and control their own media outlets all over the country. As you said, this is the culmination of a 15-year organizing campaign. And so what the FCC did this week is they launched the application process for nonprofit organizations, labor unions, schools, Native American tribes, and community groups to actually apply for a slice of the airwaves in their communities locally. It's the biggest chance in decades for communities of color, women, workers, immigrants, environmentalists, veterans, other communities who have been systematically ignored or marginalized by the mainstream media to own and control their own media outlets across the country and use it to share local news and to provide a platform for local artists on the air.
Now, what's made it possible now to do this? Obviously, is it changes in terms of digital broadcasting that makes it more possible to avoid interference, or what precisely has made this happen now?
So there's always been this opportunity, but big broadcasters fought for more than a decade to keep radio in the hands of a few big corporations. However, a grassroots movement over the last 15 years has been fighting to open up this space on the dial. So you know when you're flipping through the radio dial between commercials and you hear static, we're actually squeezing small local people-powered radio stations into the radio dial in those places. So we're going to turn that static into sound and use that to amplify people's voices all over the country.
Ramon Ramirez, what does this mean for you?
This is an important victory. We were part of the struggle to convince our Congress to open up the airwaves to community organizations and labor unions and immigrant rights groups, so that groups can use it as an organizing tool. En Radio Movimiento La Voz del Pueblo, which is our radio station that was developed with the help of the Prometheus Radio Project, we've been able to use it as an organizing tool, not only to organize farm workers, we are the Farm Worker Union of Oregon, but also to provide information and give people that never had a voice. For example, we're broadcasting in 4 indigenous languages from Mexico and Central America, and we're giving those folks a voice in the community that they never had. So the idea that we could expand this radio or this medium to hundreds of community organizations and unions and immigrant rights groups throughout the country is just a wonderful victory for us. And we want to be part of that. We want to share our experiences and our victories and also our successes to help other groups. Because I'll tell you that controlling your own media outlet is awesome. It's a powerful tool. It's not only about putting information out and using it as an organizing tool, but it's also about building leadership capacity in your community. Because these folks learn how to program. They know how to put together. They research. They're not only programmers, but they're also getting their communities involved, and they're providing information, valuable information on a number of topics on of that particular community. This is a really important victory.
And Jeff, for people who are out there listening in the various cities and communities around the country who've maybe never been involved with a radio station, how would they take advantage of this? What kind of assistance does Prometheus provide them? Because there's actually financial considerations, application procedures, technical training you must have.
Sure. So most of the groups that we're working with actually don't have experience using radio, producing radio. That's what we're here for. We're really here to help groups not only to navigate the FCC process, but also to develop the kinds of skills and trainings and connect people and resources so that groups can actually get on the air and be successful and build these successful radio stations.
And how do they find if there's a space on the dial in their city where they are, in their community?
Sure. So we're encouraging folks to go to our website, go to prometheusradio.org, and sign up with us if you're interested. This is a one-shot opportunity, and the work that we do over the next 4 months will really help shape and determine the course of the media landscape in this country for the next 40 years. And we've got lots of tools developed. We built a site called radiospark.org where you can actually put in your zip code and see what frequencies are available 100% 103.3, 103.5. This is all up and down the FM
How many frequencies
dial.
are available across the country?
More than 1,000, and for the first time ever, they're available in most of the biggest cities in the country. So in a place like Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, one of these stations will be able to reach over 100,000 local listeners plus stream online. So it's a very powerful tool, but this is a one-shot opportunity, so we want folks to get involved. And you can sign up with us if you want to start a station yourself, or if you want to support others to expand independent media. Of course, many of the low-power FM stations on the air today broadcast Democracy Now!, and this is a platform to keep producing local coverage, local news, and also to open up space for more outlets like Democracy Now!, for more Amy's and Juans to pop up all over the country, get that kind of training and really transform the media. But it's a one-time chance.
And Ramon, quickly, the impact that this has had on your organizing in Oregon?
Well, we've been able to use it as a mobilizing tool. You know, Oregon just recently, for example, was one of those states that reinstated driver's license for undocumented workers in the state of Oregon. Major, major victory. How did we do that? Well, part of it, the radio had to do with it. We mobilized thousands of people, and we asked the people in our rallies who attended committee hearings, how did you hear about this? Radio Movimiento. That's how we got here. So it's a powerful tool. It's benefited us, and we want to be able to share that with other community organizations, because prior to us having this radio, we didn't know anything.